Oh hi, it's your boy Ray. Today is November. Damn it! I just looked at the date. November 7th, 2013, and today is the Thursday vlog. But I got a lot to do today, so I'm good. I promise you, Boo Boo, that I'm gonna make this short. I was going to record the vlog yesterday, but I was so sleepy yesterday after my workout. I was like, man, like I know in my mind the next day I gotta wake up early in the morning. So like I gotta wake up today early to head to work. But I was like, man, I kind of want to game a little bit, but it was like I just wasn't motivated. So it was hard for me to stay awake. So I kind of slept early, so earlier than usual. But one thing to realize for me, Thursday is less than 2 weeks now until I start my prep. So I got the rest of this week and then next week, and then I start the cut, the cut. Oh baby, and I'm starting early. I'll reemphasize my reasons again why I'm going to start my cut early. But other than that, let's get to it, shall we? Because yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do today. But before I get to the stuff to do today, if you play, so this is more like targeting my friends that I'm playing with. If you're participating in the Borderlands 2 Loot Hunt sweepstakes today, as of this video, one of the best Moxie guns is the loot drop today. It's the Nog Grozzle, whatever the fuck it's called. You need to have that weapon. It's like the best Moxie weapon to have, and I need to start playing my cycle through the Tiny Tina DLC ASAP, son, ASAP. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm probably gonna like skip my nap and just come back home, start playing, and getting everything rolling. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about my heavy days this week. So um I wanted to go back to my original kind of progression scheme where I work with rep progression. Hitting a rep range. There's a minimum number I need to hit and then a maximum number I need to hit. When I hit that maximum number, depending on what weight I'm doing, um, I hit that maximum number until I feel comfortable enough to move up in weight. So it's a lot of so the rep progression scheme is basically it's kind of a make sure you feel comfortable with the weight level before you level up. And so, that's what I wanted to do for these heavy sessions. And I'm going to do it today for the light session and tomorrow for the light session as well. But yeah, for heavy day, my working set was at 315. And that's kind of, I think I'm making that standard now. So 315, I wanted to feel comfortable 315, doing it for three. And I did. It's a struggle. Like, it's a real struggle, but at least it's not a grind. When I feel it's a grind, that means I need to start working at it. So I knew for myself that for my first working set at 315 for the squats, to go to that fourth rep, it would be a grind. So rather than doing that, I'd rather just kind of feel comfortable at 315 for three until doing those three feels all right, and then I can see for next week I'll attempt to do that fourth rep and kind of determine for myself if that's gonna be a grind or not. If not, I'm probably gonna just work towards it and just slowly get up there. So yeah, so eventually, once I get to 315 for five for maybe 3 or 4 sets, then I'm gonna move up to 320. So I'm gonna kind of complete. I'm gonna keep that kind of progression scheme the same. It's gonna be really slow, like it's gonna be ridiculously slow, but um, I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry for my progression overload. So I'm right with it. I'm right with it. And yeah, 315 last Monday, it was totally fine. Like one thing I did realize though is that I've been watching a couple YouTube videos, talking about like wearing belts, wearing knee straps and stuff like that, and when to use it, when not to use it, what is it actually doing for you. And I realized, using weight belts and knee wraps for me, it helps me a lot. It helps me out a lot, and I can see like how much more work I got to do if I were to say eliminate the knee wraps or eliminate the belt. There's a lot more work for me to do. So using the straps and or using the weight belts and the knee wraps, it's improved. I'm able to push a lot more weight than I normally would, but to take all that stuff off, I guess my representation of strength is actually a lot more lower because it actually reflects like a lot of areas that I need to work on. Say for instance, um, I would guess the one point that I want to talk about here is just my knees. And a lot of older guys like myself, even though I refer to myself as old, but there's a lot of much more old people around that are doing the bodybuilding stuff. And I tried 300 for the first time Monday for just a warm up set, and I did it without knee wraps. And usually, once I get up to like 290 or something like that, I start equipping the knee wraps because I feel like it's a lot of weight, and I feel like my legs, my knees won't hold out. And I kind of confirmed that a little bit. Now I didn't break down exactly under 300, but it was very noticeable. um like I felt a little bit of shakiness, and there was a little bit of uncomfortableness. Like it was a grind trying to get back up. But once I equipped my knee straps to do 315, 315 was, I would say just as hard as doing the 300, but I felt more comfortable doing 315 because I had, everything equipped. So to an extent, the equipment still helps me out, but at some point I'm gonna have to think about, kind of working on the key things to help me increase all that, so that I wouldn't have to rely on, belts and straps. But until then, I got to keep using them in order to hit progression overload with my muscles. So and then so that was kind of leg day. I talked about leg day so much. Upper body day, still with the progression rep scheme, but what I'm trying to do for like that first working set is, regardless for that first working set, it's going to be 225, and I'm going to try to hit 225 for as many reps as I can. So thus far, I started, like I only had the tolerance of doing like 4 reps, and then eventually I was able to do 5. And so today, not today, but yesterday, I managed to hit it for 6. So that's a first for me. But well, it's a first for me in a while. I remember doing 225 for 10, and I wish I could get back to those days. But I remember that I only did 225 for one set. So imagine doing 225 for 3 or 4 sets for 10 reps. That's what I want to achieve at this point. So that's kind of going to be the standard for me. That first working set is just not going to be power or strength or anything. It's just ego builder. Just do 225 as much as you can. So eventually, once I hit 10, I'm going to be like, okay, that's not going to be a working set anymore. So I know where my strength is are. My strength is are where my strength is at. But continued with the progression scheme. 230 for 5. I think I hit 230 for 5 as well. But once I got to 240, I think that's where kind of the fatigue set in, or started to set in. So I only managed to hit it for 3, but it was an alright 3. I could have grinded out the 4th one, but like I said, I don't want to grind it out, for the sake of, I want to struggle through it. I want to be able to feel comfortable with my reps. So if I do feel that I'm going to grind out that next rep, I'm just going to stop it right there, and then kind of recompose myself and maybe do another set. So yeah, that's what I did. I did back off sets, kind of like my usual thing. I like to do just back off sets. So backed off the weight, kind of hit high reps like 5 to 6, and then I did a burnout. And it's funny that now, um, 135 when I was like a teenager, it was kind of like my standard. That was like, it was like my body weight back in high school to do 135, and I felt alright with it. I felt like I was a man as a teenager to do 135. Now, where I am right now with my fitness, and where I'm at with bodybuilding, I could throw around 235 on the bench. I'm like, crap. So my burnouts, I'm doing like 135 for 20 reps, man. It's kind of amazing where I'm at so far. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, then I just worked on some big stuff afterwards, big compound movements. Um, I might give up rack pulls, but I'm gonna give up rack pulls for something else. What the plan is for me, and I'll go into this when I start cutting, or when I reveal my plan. Plan is that instead of doing deadlifts, I'm probably gonna, or instead of doing rack pulls, I'm gonna be doing deadlifts. But that's gonna be yeah, later. So I haven't done rack pulls in a while, but I did them yesterday, and it felt alright. I did 365 for my first set, and I decided to go up to 405, and I felt alright with it. But I think just the way like the rack is, and just how short I am, that the pins aren't aligned correctly. So I feel like doing my rack pull, I have very little movement, but if I put the pin lower, then it's almost going to be a deadlift. So that's why I'm going to try to give up deadlifts. And I'm looking at the timer on my software, and this is not going to be a short video. Damn it. But but yeah, it's I'm gonna kind of give that up. So I'm gonna play with it, for this last week. Actually, I got a plan for that next week. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm eventually gonna go back to doing my sumos, and it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. But yeah, the progression scheme, the idea for it is for me to just kind of stay comfortable with a weight, or just work up my weight, but to make sure that you're comfortable with it before you move up. So I kind of want to keep that progression, and I know that I want to be able to do like 315 on the bench, or I want to do like 450 squat or something like that, right? 500-pound deadlift. Eventually I do want to get those, but I have all the time in the world to do it. So as long as I'm progressing in the gym, that's fine with me. So I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry to get big. I want to get big, but I'm in no hurry for it. So other than that, I need to get this vlog rendering. I need to start cooking lunch and stuff because I got to get into work later, real very shortly. And I got to work on the Borderlands stuff. So that's it for today. I'll save my stuff for next week because next week is going to be a little bit more relaxed. So see you soon for Monday or Sunday, whatever, Monday. And yeah, competition. Can't wait to see a lot of you in April, at least. April, that's the show that I'm going to. The Watch to Stay Natural. If you're watching this vlog right now, that's the show. That's the main show that I want to go to right now. So that's what I'm gonna be preparing for. So yeah, so bye, peace. See you soon. Forgot to dance.